morning. Welcome to your morning drive. News Talk 550 KCRS. It's the voice of West Texas. I'm Chris Moore.
I'm Dale Harris.
In studio this morning, Dr. Richard Bartlett. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chris. There's lots of good news.
You know, the more good news we get, the better. I like it. You have been just incredible with sharing good news with your, quote, silver bullet, a treatment plan, a cure for COVID-19 that has been 100% successful with your patients. So what is happening? What's the latest?
Well, the word is out worldwide, and
yes,
I'm getting calls from different states, from doctors, from patients who have recovered. And tomorrow, a very important person is coming to Odessa.
Yes, sir.
And
one of the most important.
I think so. But the word is out. There are answers to this problem. The problem being COVID. Mm-hmm. There are some solutions, and there's more than one. There's more than one tool in the toolbox. But there's lots of good things happening.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you, sir?
I'm way better than I was.
And who might we be speaking with this morning?
Hi, this is James Lloyd. I'm an attorney in California, partner in the firm of Collison, Akey, and Greco. And we have offices in San Francisco, LA, and Las Vegas. And I've been an attorney for 35 years. Mostly on the defense side, but I'm 62, and aside from being slightly overweight, I have very good health. But always whenever I would get a cold, it would be bronchial. I'd end up with a bronchial cough. Long story short, on July 5th, I started feeling symptoms. Headache, and, like a cold, and it quickly went into my chest on Monday, and deep, barking, feel-like bronchial cough. Went in on Tuesday, July 7th, and tested positive for COVID-19, which is very scary when you get that back. Mm-hmm. I continued to deteriorate. But as luck would have it, I was presented with a video of my now good friend, Dr. Richard Bartlett, who was treating patients in Texas successfully with budesonide and corticosteroid, anti-inflammatory. Excuse me. And I immediately started trying to get that. I went to urgent care, and they asked for it, and the doctor said, well, she would not prescribe it. So I got something called Q-Bar, which is an inhaler, didn't help. When that didn't work, she tried albuterol. But I was able to get hold of my primary care physician, who prescribed albuterol and also the budesonide in a nebulizer solution. I wasn't able to get the budesonide until Tuesday, the 14th, at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, before then, on Sunday, I was doing nothing but coughing all day, and I felt like I was drowning, and I really was in a very, very bad state, and it was scary. Frightening, and I felt like I couldn't catch my breath. I started taking the budesonide in a nebulizer at 1 o'clock on Tuesday the 14th. By 5 o'clock, I could breathe, and I've continued to improve since then. I believe, and I've told this to Dr. Bartlett, he saved my life. That video saved my life. I was able to advocate for what I thought I needed, and it's the most amazing thing to in one day be unable to breathe, and then 2 days later after this medication, after 4 hours, 5 hours, be able to take a deep breath. And I'm on the mend. Just had a test yesterday. Hopefully it comes back negative. But all I have left is a very annoying cough that comes and goes. So, I credit Dr. Bartlett with saving my life. I'm not a doctor. I defended doctors. I was doing asbestos litigation back in New York City as well. So I know something about how the lungs work. And, his video just made perfect sense to me. COVID is an inflammatory disease. It causes inflammation in the lungs. Why not use an anti-inflammatory? It just made perfect sense. And I had to beg, borrow, and steal to get the budesonide, and finally it did, and it's working. And now my primary care physician out here has said, well, I'm putting this in my arsenal, Jim. You've made an amazing recovery.
Jim, you didn't know it, but this is Dr. Bartlett. I'm here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Somehow you tracked me down when I was.
Oh, yeah.
You woke me up one morning a couple weeks ago. Do you remember that?
I do. I got on the web.
I found a recording of you talking to me back. Was that a couple weeks ago now, or three?
It was around. It was like Wednesday.
And
it was the second day of the treatment.
And you had been sick for like 9 days before you got the treatment, so you were drowning.
I was drowning.
Here's what you sounded like. I found a copy of that recording.
Oh, you really?
So it started Tuesday, and honestly, God, I thought on Saturday I was going to die. I thought I was drowning. I kept trying to get help, and I finally was able to convince my doctor to prescribe budesonide yesterday. And I started yesterday, and I can breathe. It's the most amazing thing.
Thank God.
Doesn't sound like me now.
No, it does not. Well, I'm so thankful you're better, and you know what? I'm not your doctor, am I?
No, you're not.
And I'm not the inventor of budesonide either. I'm just telling people what I found because I care about people, and I am so thankful you're okay, buddy.
Thank you, Doc. I gotta say, I don't understand why anyone would not look. From everything I've read, nobody knows anything about this disease. Nobody knows really how to treat it. People are waiting until people are deathly ill before they even start treatment. I got diagnosed. I got positive tests, and they said, "Well, stay home. Use over-the-counter medication." I think, and that's just insane to me. So it seems to me, you use the shotgun. You want to bring down something that's spread out, use the shotgun.
Yes,
use
sir.
everything you can in your arsenal. And do something that makes sense. I don't know if budesonide is going to work on Bob or Ted or anybody else. I know that it worked. I know that it worked for me. I know that I am 3,000% better than I was. I started back up to work virtually anyway yesterday, and I tracked Dr. B down, because he saved my life. There's no doubt in my mind. If I did not know about budesonide, I'd still be in the hospital. I'd be in the hospital or dead. I don't have any doubt about that.
Well, I'll tell you what, you are a blessing. We know, Dr. Bartlett, getting the name out, getting this treatment plan out has been a blessing, and we thank you so much for sharing your story with us this morning.
Well, you're welcome. Glad to do it. Glad to do it.
Well, you have a blessed day, and you keep getting well. Keep us updated.
I will. Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
To me.
Bye. Dr. Bartlett, what an incredible story. The fact that you have that audio from when he first called you, listen to that. You know, people, I am just now knowing of people that I know personally that are getting it. So it really kind of brings it closer to home. Good morning.
Hello, my name is Richard Knox. I was asked to call in to Chris's show.
This is Chris Moore. You are on the morning drive. Good morning to you, sir. What's your story?
Well, my name is Richard Knox, and my wife is Mary Ann. She was tested positive for the COVID-19 virus on Saturday the 18th. She had tested that positive because she wanted to protect her 95-year-old mom. And 2 days earlier, she developed a low-grade fever and sore throat, so we took her for a test. Actually, Chris, we were shocked that she was positive because we were extremely careful over the last 4 months, doing everything, you're supposed to do. But, she still got it. And what was surprising was after her test results, she was told nothing more than just to go home and rest. And if she began not breathing well, then she was to go to the hospital. Thankfully, though, we knew enough about the disease that we should purchase a little drugstore pulse ox machine, and we could check her oxygen levels.
Yes,
and
sir.
at first, she was really okay. She felt that if it's not even worse enough, it's going to be okay for her. But then, 3 days later, it started rapidly getting worse. Her chest got heavy, difficult breathing, oxygen levels were dropping into the 80s. Things were not looking good, and we felt that the next step was going to have to be the hospital. We had a friend of ours from Boulder, Colorado, who sent us a link to Dr. Bartlett's video where he explained that steroid nebulizer treatment.
Yes, sir.
And from that his presentation to us was compelling and logical. It seemed like it should work. So after watching it, we called a few local physicians, and all of them, every one of them, were unwilling to prescribe the treatment. One even said, if she's that sick, you need to be admitted to the hospital.
Of course.
But after months of watching the news, a hospital was the last place that I could convince her to go. She just didn't want to do that. I don't blame her. People don't do well there. Anyway, after not receiving any help here, I began trying to contact Dr. Bartlett. I was successful in reaching him, and from that conversation, I was able to connect to a physician, and Mary Ann received the treatment here locally. And her first treatment, I think, was last Wednesday. And she began feeling better, 50% better, I'd say, immediately off the first treatment, the very first treatment she took, which was a Wednesday evening. And since Wednesday, she's been improving each day. Now, days later, other than feeling a little tired, she feels good, and we are happy.
What a incredible story, and that Dr. Bartlett was able to assist you and your wife to recover from this. That's amazing.
Well, I can tell you that when you have a loved one that has the virus, I mean, until it happened to us, we were just hearing about it in the news, and many people were dying, and sadly, and everything. But until it gets to you personally, you really don't understand how this is.
And that's what
when she, as she got worse, Chris, those first 3 days, right after the first 3 days, she became scared and felt helpless. It was an unpleasant experience here, seeing her go downhill. And then to be rejected locally for treatment of this. Well, I don't see where the hospital is the solution. I mean, you don't go to the hospital unless you're really bad off, and why don't we try to treat it before that happens?
Early treatment, yes, sir.
Early treatment makes more sense than late treatment. You know, anywhere from any disease that we have is not treated that way. And thankfully, we were able to see the video. Thankfully, I was able to get in touch with him, and we credit him and our friend in Boulder for saving her life. We really do.
Well, I appreciate you calling this morning. Blessings to you and your wife for continual health.
Well, thank you, Chris.
You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, we are just about out of time. We got about a minute or two. Do you want to wrap it up real quick like? What are your closing words? Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there. You're on the morning drive.
Good morning. I just wanted to tell my story with Dr. Bartlett is an amazing physician.
Yes, he is.
I was sick with COVID about maybe about 3 weeks ago, and when I got sick, I went to my physician and gave me a steroid. 5 days later, I couldn't breathe. He gave me an inhaler.
Yes, sir.
On June the 31st, it took a passing of a buddy's brother to kind of get me up and out of bed and try to do something. I couldn't breathe. It was something really horrible. And I got on Facebook, made a plea. If anybody knew Dr. Richard Bartlett, a buddy of mine, Shannon Baylor, that was Premium Gotcha and Odessa, he put me in touch with them. He called me within 2 minutes, prescribed me budesonide and other regimens along with it. Started the breathing treatment, and you know, every day I just got better and better and better.
Thank you for sharing your story this morning. Blessings to you. Continue to get healthy, and with people like you sharing your story, it gives hope to other folks that are listening this morning. You have a wonderful day, sir.
Likewise. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Wow, that's 3 patients. That's incredible. How does that make you feel?
Well, you know, my enemy is disease and death. And it seems like some people are focusing on me as their enemy, but the problem is COVID and people dying. That's my problem. That's what I have a problem with. And I am so thankful that from California to Arkansas with Richard Knox to here with my people in West Texas, we're getting good results. We're seeing people live and not die.
All these people that you have saved. I am so glad that you're going to have a meeting tomorrow with someone that can actually step in and share this treatment with people all over the United States.
We don't need a vaccine. We already have a solution.
There you go. Dr. Richard Bartlett, thank you, sir. We're going to take a quick break.